Hey guys, it's Mr. Adolphson here, and since everybody's got to be at home doing art, I'm trying to find some lessons that we can do with maybe some things we all have at home. So, hopefully we can all find a pencil or a pen to do some drawings with, and we'll talk about more supplies you might need. And as long as you have a pencil or a pen, and maybe a pair of scissors, you can do this assignment. And if you have crayons or markers, that'd be great to add color. And we'll go through materials in a little bit. It looks like you can figure out that we are creating a butterfly. The important part of a butterfly is that they are symmetrical, meaning they're the same on each side. So trying to draw that is pretty challenging, trying to draw a butterfly's wings the same. But we don't have to do that. As you can see, each one has a fold. So whether you're somebody who makes kind of a simple butterfly that looks like the letter B, or we'll talk about making one a little more realistic with one wing that's longer and one that's slightly shorter, okay, you can both be successful at this assignment. You can see it fits this space, so we're going to trace it and cut it out. And this one fills this space here. Eventually we'll create a background of a zoomed in, maybe garden or flowery outdoor scene or greenhouse, and then we'll take a butterfly. We'll put a pattern on it and we'll place it somewhere within this area. Okay? So, things we are focusing on today in this at-home art lesson is symmetry. Symmetry is an even balance. Symmetry occurs when things are the same on both sides. For instance, like a heart. If we put a line of symmetry down the center, we see the same image on each side, same shape. We could think of an alphabet letter, like maybe the letter M. If we cut that in half, put a line down the center, it's the same on each side. The letter O, the same on each side, until it loses its symmetry if it's the letter Q, because then there is no line on that other side. So that would be a lack of symmetry right here. Okay, if we look at the heart, similar to like a butterfly's wings, okay, what we see on one side of the wing, we need to see on the other. So if we put a polka dot on one edge of the heart, right now, it does not have symmetry. If we put a circle, I misspoke, a circle on each side, a polka dot, then it does. Now it has kept its symmetry. Supplies you might need today are paper and pencil, crayons and markers to add color, scissors if you choose on cutting it out, tape and glue if you keep it cut out and glue it to your background. So first we'll talk about creating your symmetrical butterfly. Like I said, drawing a butterfly and drawing its body and then its wings and having the wings on both sides be the same is very challenging. So instead, we'll fold the paper, much like you might fold it to create a heart. Fold it in a way that would create a book or a card. Keep in mind where the crease is, notice where the crease is, and then draw one side of your wings. If you're somebody who makes butterflies kind of by making the letter B, then keep that up. Go ahead and do that. Okay? It would be the top wing and the bottom wing, very much the same on the fold. If you're somebody who wants to make them maybe a little more realistic, okay, you'll start from the fold and arc out, and try to arc all the way out to the edge on your folded piece of paper. Then curve in, the same way you would like a letter B. Instead of going all the way back out, make this loop a little bit shorter. You could even add some wiggles if you wanted and curve back in. So your background, just to make note, is a large piece of either lined paper or computer paper. Any type of paper you can find, okay? The piece of paper you're making your butterfly on is about half of that. So you could either cut it in half or just find a smaller piece. Many of us make butterflies like that, and we've been making it since we were little bitty kids. Once it's folded, notice that the crease is here on the left, and you'll keep it folded and cut it out. So you're cutting through both sides of the paper, which means you're creating both wings at the same time, which will keep the wings symmetrical, even, balanced on both sides. This is the fun part, the big reveal. Opening it up to see its symmetry. Awesome. So once you've done this, you could keep this and trace it on paper over and over again to make as many butterflies as you wanted. Of course, you could also make smaller butterflies. I don't know, pin them up in your window. Put them all over the house. For now, I'm going to keep this butterfly because I'm going to want to tape it or glue it right on top of my background. So let's design our butterfly. You can design your butterfly any way you want. You should add a body though, right down the middle. Kind of a long, stretched out oval. Now what you put on the left and right should be the same, but what you put on them is up to you. Sometimes butterflies have kind of wiggly borders or edges around their wings. So whatever I put on the right, I also must put on the left. And sometimes it's hard to kind of recreate the same exact wiggles. So take your time to look with your artist's eye and take your time and know that you are going to make mistakes. This is not going to be always super duper easy. And it shouldn't be. Art should take time and thought and practice. Every artist in the world makes some of the most mistakes, more than other people, because they don't give up. They just keep going. Shapes I like to put on my butterflies are sometimes polka dots. If I put one there, I have to put one over here. You're right. Sometimes I like putting kind of raindrop shapes. Maybe you'd like to put a heart or a star, zebra stripes, tiger stripes, wiggly lines. That's up to you. Whatever you do, two here, two here. This shape here, try to recreate it on the other side. And it's not always going to look exactly the same. That's fine. Okay, remember nature has made this butterfly. So sometimes things are not perfectly equal. Try your best. Once you've designed it, this could be practice. That's what this yellow butterfly was for me. I practiced it, thought to myself, do I like it? Do I want to keep those things? And then I traced it and made another one. And I kept some of the things I liked and changed other things that I didn't want. Okay? Of course, color it in any way you can, if you can. Then grab your bigger piece of paper for the background. I like to think that I just stuck my head right into the middle of a garden, right into a jungle maybe. Maybe I shrunk myself and all the leaves are gigantic and enormous, almost the size of my hand, if not bigger, and I have a big hand. So make sure you don't draw things too small. All artists do. And if you do draw something too small, if you can draw it in pencil, that means you get to erase it. Create leaves that maybe pop in from the edge of the page, and maybe one leaf under another leaf. At the veins of the leaf, practice. This will take time. Okay? Sometimes I create a wiggly organic line. Maybe it's something in the background like a bush or the edge of a tree. Far away, so we don't see all the detail. You could do a stem for a flower. All right, and then of course color it any way you want. You could include other drawn butterflies. You could cut out other butterflies. You could add a rainbow, a sun. It could be daytime, evening, morning. That's up to you. Notice that when I colored in my leaves, I used both green and some yellow because yellow is an ingredient of green. In fact, you use blue and yellow to make green. So to make your greens brighter, add bright yellow. To make your greens darker, like these ones that I tried to make look further away behind the leaves, I added a little bit of blue to make it look a little bit of a colder green. Okay, sometimes press hard, sometimes press light. Now that I created my background, of course a blue sky would look great on a lovely spring day, but my butterfly had so much blue, I didn't want it to just kind of disappear and blend into the background. So I thought, ooh, skies can be unique. Okay, so I thought about maybe a late evening sky or just some yellow in the sky. I also thought about leaving it white. That'd be fine too. Now something you could do is if you wanted, you could just put some glue on the back and you could just glue this butterfly right down. Or you could grab some tape. You put some tape down the middle of the back where the body would be. Something else that might be fun is maybe folding the butterfly right where the wing kind of meets the body. And it might be good to maybe color the back as well, even though I didn't. Okay, and then glue this down. So then it looks like the wings are popping up. See the shadow underneath? That's really cool. Maybe you'll be able to do that. You could put a strip of glue, glue stick, a line of liquid glue, or maybe even just some tape. Make a little tape loop. Might need your parents' help for that. Maybe not. And think about where you want it. Don't cover up one of your favorite parts. Ooh, my butterfly is going to be dipping, flying through. There you have it. Okay, please post any questions or comments below, and try your best. And if you make any mistakes, remember you can make many hundreds of butterflies, and just keep it up. And if you forget and think about adding antennas, well, after you tape it or glue it down, add the antennas after that. Don't forget, as an artist, you should sign your name. Take care, everyone. We will see you soon. Stay safe.